When I say, who's the master? You say, Sho'nuff.
5 years. 5 long years. Finally, Young Justice has come back to television. What is up, guys? Sho'nuff the King here, back with another video, and today I have the distinct privilege to welcome back Young Motherfucking Justice. I am so happy I could cry. I mean, guys, I've not been this excited in a long time. If you've been living under a rock, Young Justice Season 3 is premiering tomorrow, Friday the 4th, on DC Universe. It's a subscription service. It will be releasing 3 episodes every Friday, and your boy Sho'nuff will be reviewing Young Justice again. I mean, guys, I gotta tell you, this is a big deal for me. This is a very, very big deal. You know, one of the founding things of my channel was Young Justice reviews. Like, in all honesty, when I first started doing YouTube content, it was Young Justice, Bleach, Naruto reviews. I was also reviewing Amazing Spider-Man. I was also reviewing True Blood, was another one of my big shows that I reviewed, and that's kind of where I gained all of my followers just on that, as well as Legend of Korra, stuff like that. And funny enough, what I'll do is I'll link in the description below a playlist of my Season 2 of Young Justice reviews, just so if you guys want to step back into the past and see what my reviews look like back then, you can. Just know that I was probably about almost 100 pounds bigger, and my video quality was a little bit trashy. But you know what? It worked. So again, the reason why I'm doing this video is just kind of reintroducing my fan base to my channel. You know, it's 2019. I really want to kind of rebrand the Sho'nuff channel and just kind of let you guys know what's going to be going on going forward and how I plan on covering Young Justice, because like I said, Young Justice will be premiering tomorrow. You will see my review up Friday night, and every Friday night you will see from here on you will get a Young Justice review. Now, I was debating on whether or not I was going to review every episode by itself, but with them releasing 3 episodes per week, it's just easier for me to just do episode 1 through 3. So I'll be reviewing them in 3 episode batches. So as we all know, like I said, the only way to watch this is through the DC Universe subscription service, so you guys can just log on and subscribe to that. Now again, I know there are other ways out there that people can watch things illegally, but honestly, if you were a Young Justice fan, you need to support this, because again, that's how we can make sure that we can get season 4 of Young Justice and going on. Like, do not stream this illegally, guys. You have to support the show. Like, again, this was one of my favorite shows on television 5 years ago. I'm telling you, like, I was one of the people that was very vocal in trying to get this show back. I signed the petitions. I sent tweets to Cartoon Network for whatever good that did. I watched this show over and over and over again on Netflix, because they said that if we can get the Netflix numbers up on Young Justice, that might help get the show back. I did all of that stuff. Like, I have been waiting 5 long years for this show to come back, and I am so excited that it is premiering tomorrow. I could just bust. So, to talk a little bit about the DC subscription service, it's actually very good. Like, for the amount of money that you're paying, you're getting access to comics and the comic reader on there, whether you're doing it on a Android device or on a cell phone. It's smooth. It transitions through panels well. I love it. Titans, the show that I've already been watching. Titans is a damn good show. Fuck all the hate and the way Starfire looks and all that shit. It was a fantastic show. Just had the right amount of darkness to it. I really enjoyed it. Now that it's over, it's 12 or 13 episodes are done. You can go and binge watch it as well. So you even have more content in between Young Justice. Plus, on top of that, they got Super Friends. They got Batman the Animated Series. They got the original Teen Titans on there. They also have Justice League Unlimited. They have basically, all the Batman movies. If you want to watch it, it's a great service. You should check it out. And again, with all of that, you gotta support it for Young Justice, guys. Jesus. So what I wanted to do real quick is just kind of give a brief recap for those who don't know of season 2 of Young Justice, and then just to get prepared for tomorrow. And then I also just wanted to do something special where I talked about my favorite episode of season 2 of Young Justice. I actually went through yesterday and I watched I had already previously watched the first half of season 2, and I went back yesterday and I just finished the second half of season 2. So it's fresh in my head. So now tomorrow when the episode starts, I'll kind of already be like caught up. Now, one other thing that they do have on the DC Universe website as well is a prequel comic that you can read for free that kind of dips into the new season that we're going to be going to. And I actually read the comic. It's about 21-something pages, and it has to do with Simon, McGann, and Superboy. That's kind of like that storyline. So essentially what happens is that they're going to a interview panel for the mother that played Megan from the TV show Megan, and Beast Boy is also in this comic as well. So it's kind of just going over the whole will they, won't they situation with Superboy and McGann. Like, I thought towards the I thought towards the end of season 2 that they kind of had made up and that they were going to be an item again, but based off of this comic book, that's not the case. It looks like they're still kind of awkward around each other. It's kind of like Superboy he still has feelings for her, but he's not trying to get back into a relationship with her. And again, McGann is just still, like, you can tell she still has feelings for Superboy, but from the comic book, it doesn't seem like there is anything that's going to happen right then and there. So, again, like I said, get an opportunity to definitely check that out. And as in general, for those who don't know, season 2 basically focused on the invasion storyline, primarily dealing with Blue Beetle, Black Beetle, and Green Beetle, as well as dealing with the Justice League going over to Kratea to answer for the crimes they had committed from season 1 with the missing 16 hours. So those were the big main plot points from that. Also introducing the Runaways with Static Shock, as well as some other superheroes. And hopefully they'll make an appearance. And again, I do know that Black Lightning is in the show. I also saw Static Shock in here as well. So again, there's just so many cameos. Oh my god, I can't wait. Like, I cannot wait, guys. So again, we need to figure out what happens with Artemis, like how she's coping with the death of Wally. And again, like I said, I'm still confident that he'll be back this season. Just like I'm also excited to see if we're going to get Darkseid, because again, at the end of last season, Vandal Savage kind of showed that he basically was working for Darkseid. So we know we might get Darkseid introduced this season as well. God damn. And on top of all of that, from some of the promo images and some of the videos that I saw, there's also going to be another fight with Lobo, with Superboy versus Lobo. So that's going to also be pretty cool as well. Again, like I said, I'm just super excited. Like, I don't want this video to be too long. Again, this is just reintroducing you guys to my channel and my love for Young Justice. So before I end the video, I just want to tell you guys about my favorite episode from season 2 of Young Justice. And the episode, I can't remember the title of the episode, but essentially it's the episode where they first introduce Black Beetle, and it's they're all aboard the they're all in the Reach, and they're trying to they free all the prisoners, and they're trying to escape, and Impulse goes in and he frees Jaime, and then is when M'gann runs into Calder after all this time, and she still thinks that Calder is the one that killed Artemis, so she brain blasts him. Now, the reason why this is my favorite episode, and I know it sounds fucked up, and again, I just want to say, one of the reasons why I love DC in their animation and in their movies, if you haven't seen Aquaman, go see Aquaman, it's fucking fantastic, is I love how they handle their action. Like, they do not discriminate. Men can get it. Women can get it. Kids can get it. Like, if you in a superhero show in the DC universe, you can catch them hands, and I love it. And this episode in particular, there's two parts that I really, really enjoyed. It's when it's like 7 versus 1, and Black Beetle kind of comes in, and then what is her name? I don't want to call her Bumblebee, because I know it's not Bumblebee, but I'm just gonna call her. It's not the Wasp, so it's probably Bumblebee. She's kind of like, we're gonna kick your butt, and then Black Beetle kind of lets out this awesome laugh, like this, just like bitch please kind of laugh. He's just like, and then she kind of looks at him and she's like, uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. And then he basically proceeds to whoop they ass. Like, Superboy was catching him, Bumblebee was catching it, Supergirl was catching it. Like, literally, and then there's a scene where after M'gann, she takes out Aqualad and Calder, and she's like coming back through the door to kind of help out the rest of them that are, because Supergirl was already like, not Supergirl, but Wonder Girl was like, yo, where the hell are you? We're getting bodied right now. Get your ass over here. So, M'gann goes through and phases through the door, and then Black Beetle changes the composition of the door so it gets her stuck in between, and Wonder Girl kind of asks him, like, what did you do? And he kind of explains, and he was like, I can put you through the door as well, the hard way, no, the old-fashioned way. And then he proceeds to just, like, bash her body into the door like at least a dozen times, and you can just hear the impact, and you can just hear the slams, and you just see her just crumple to the ground in a heap. And I was just looking at this, and I was just like, yo, this is why I fucking love DC, man, because they are not afraid to put the paws on women, men, anybody. You're going to catch it if you're a superhero. And again, it was just such a great episode. So that was my favorite episode of Young Justice Season 2. Again, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, because every Friday night I will be uploading an episode review for Young Justice. Again, I am so happy that Young Justice is back. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. He's shown up the king in 5 years, man. God damn.